Join me as I camp with my dog in Tennessee.
We're Josh and Kate, and this is our dog Coco. We're currently on a 2-month road trip to see some national parks. We're going from northern New York to New Mexico with a lot of stops in between. So far, we've been to Ohio, West Virginia, and now Virginia. You're watching the 6th episode of our trip where Kate and Coco will be on their own for a little bit as I had to travel home for work.
This is the town of Townsend. There's a good amount of stores and things to do, and in the beginning, when I was a little bit closer to the campground, there were at least like 4 campgrounds that looked nice, and I wished I had looked into one of those because the one I stayed at didn't have a shower, and it definitely would have been nice to shower. It looks like over in this plaza over there, there's like some nice restaurants or stores. It definitely looks nice here, and I feel like this is maybe more my vibe than Gatlinburg, just because Gatlinburg definitely was very busy. Although this isn't really a downtown area that you could walk around or anything. You would just have to drive to where you wanted to go. So definitely like a different vibe as well. There's a general store, and there's the cafe, and there's also the Smoky Mountain Outdoor Center. It's only like 67 degrees because it's only 8:30 in the morning. So I'm probably gonna leave Coco in the camper with the fans on for a little bit while I get some work done. I got a sweet tea and a sausage, egg, and cheese on a biscuit. After I finished working a couple hours at that coffee shop in Townsend, Tennessee, I'm heading towards Land Between the Lakes, which part of it's in Kentucky and part of it's in Tennessee. And I think I'm gonna be camping in the Kentucky part of it. I haven't really heard of it. It looks super nice there, so hopefully I'm gonna stay there for like 2 to 4 days. They have some campgrounds you can stay at, or they also have dispersed camping you can stay at. And I think I might do a campground tonight so I can shower and fill up my water and stuff, and then I might do dispersed camping for like 1 to 3 nights, depending on what I decide to do for the rest of the trip. I'm only like 20 minutes away from the campground that I want to stay at tonight, which is called Energy Campground. And then I think the next few nights I'm going to try to disperse camp in the Land Between the Lakes.
Get onto Energy Lake Road.
I just talked to the lady at the check-in booth, and she gave me this map with the list of all the open sites. And so I'm gonna go check them out and see which ones I think I could get Starlink service from. This is our site. There's a mixture of more established campgrounds that you pay a little more for and that have showers and things. So this was $26 a night. And then there's also some campgrounds that you get an assigned site at that's called self-serve. That's $10 a night. And I might do that, or the dispersed camping, which is $10 for up to 3 nights. So the $26 one at an established site is what I'm doing tonight, and then we'll see what I'm doing tomorrow. But I'll show you around here, and we'll just hang out for the night and set up Starlink because I have some meetings tomorrow. This is our campsite. It's pretty nice. You can see the water down this way. There's like a swimming and boat put-in area like right down the street over this way. So we'll maybe walk down there later. Coco and I are both happy to be out of the car. Right, Coco? I just refilled our 5-gallon water jug, and I just put this RV water filter on the water pump, and then I refilled it right into our water jug right here. My Starlink's actually working very well now, and I'm pretty thankful because the sky does have a good amount of trees in it. The Starlink's working pretty well, but I'm kind of worried about my meetings because I have like 5 today, and there are a good amount of trees, so the service has been like skipping a little bit, but hopefully it's not for more than a couple seconds on my meetings. We got here last night like around 6 o'clock, but it felt like around 7 o'clock to me because we just went back into Central Time from Eastern Time. I didn't really have a chance to like explore the area at all. I pretty much got here and like had dinner, and I was really happy to shower because I hadn't showered since Friday, and yesterday was Tuesday, so that felt really good. The weather's definitely been super hot also, so it was really nice to shower. Hopefully today is a little bit more exciting, but also I didn't really take that many days off on this trip, or any. Like, I'll probably only take a couple off. I haven't taken any off so far, so really I do have to just like work the whole day for the most part, unless I finish my work like an hour early or something, then I can drive more. There's this little path from our campsite that takes us down to the edge of the water. When I was talking to the lady at the check-in, she was telling me that they had a lot of rain or like flooding kind of recently. She's saying that the water like isn't as nice as it normally is right now though. The water definitely looks kind of murky. I was thinking swimming sounds nice, but I don't know if I would swim in this, but maybe I would paddleboard. I'm just gonna give a quick little tour of our campground before I leave, but this is Energy Lake Campground and this is our site. There's a picnic table and a fire ring at each of the sites. And I set up my Starlink. I'm at site A4 and there's a good amount of sky here, but the Starlink was definitely kind of spotty. I felt like it was really peaceful here and I definitely felt safe here by myself. There were probably people at like half the sites and a lot of people have left. Checkout's at 3:30, which I really like, and it's about 3 o'clock now. I'm just gonna do this tour quick and then Coco and I are gonna go off to our next spot. This is the bathroom and shower building, and it's very close to our campsite. This side is bathrooms, and I'll go inside and show you. So there's sinks with running water, and there's just like regular toilets here. The other side of the bathhouse, there's 4 showers. They're each individual. These are definitely not as nice as some of the other showers on this trip so far, but I like how there's a separate changing area and shower area. That one looks like you can turn it on and off and make it different temperatures, but mine had a button you had to press like every 10 seconds, and it was only one temperature, so I feel like this would actually be a lot nicer than the one I used. Overall, I felt like this was a really nice campground. I would definitely stay here again, though I was wishing to be closer to the water for sure. So hopefully I'm like lower down and closer to the water at the next place I'm gonna check out. It's called Taylor Bay, I think. I just stopped here because it was a parking lot on my way and it's pretty. This is Taylor Bay. The sky is pretty stormy. It's like 3:30 and we're just coming over to pay our camping fee. I did want to go to the nature center, but it seems like it's about to storm. So I think we're probably just gonna hang out and make dinner, and hopefully we'll get to check out the nature center and all the animals tomorrow. It looks like there's more campsites down along that road, but I would think these are like the more desirable ones because you have a water view. There is a vault toilet right there. It weirdly doesn't seem too busy for the number of campers that are here, but it's the Wednesday before Memorial Day weekend, so I wouldn't be surprised if people who lived nearby came and put their campers here so they could stay for the weekend. This is kind of what I envisioned, more like being a lot closer to the water. It's 4 o'clock and I just got the Starlink set up and everything. Coco's in the truck because she like asks to sit in there sometimes. And I'm just in the camper now, and it just started raining kind of hard and there was just thunder and lightning in the distance. So at least I got in here and all set up so I didn't have to do it in the rain, which is nice. But we're probably just hanging out for the night and making some dinner. I've been making like really easy dinners because I feel like I've been rushed. So tonight will be nice because at least I'll have time to make food and read my book and probably do a little more trip planning. I was really excited to make like a nice dinner tonight. and I cooked the sweet potato and then the propane ran out. So I'll probably have the sweet potato and then maybe I'll have something else that doesn't need to be cooked in the fridge, but so sad. Tonight for dinner, I'm cooking outside because we ran out of propane in our camper, so honestly it's my only option. But it's pretty warm out, and when you cook outside it doesn't heat the camper up, so that's nice, and it's just nice to be outside. Fingers crossed, hope that I don't run out of this propane before I finish cooking my vegetables though. This is the same cooking setup we bring when we fly somewhere because it's super small and we just buy the propane when we're at the store. This is a really easy meal. I just used some of this orzo, and then I got this bag of a mix of vegetables from Trader Joe's as well. I'm gonna put some butter in it and then also cheese, which is in the camper still. Just chopping up some cheese. This is my favorite from Trader Joe's. It's the creamy Toscano soaked in Syrah. I just chopped some up. I also added some salt and some garlic powder. And then when my vegetables are done, I'll mix it in, and that's pretty much it. Easy meal for tonight. Coco already ate her dinner. Here's our final product. It looks really good. I made some leftovers so I could eat some tomorrow too. But I will stop and I'll refill my propane tomorrow as well. Coco and I are just hanging out a little bit, and I'm gonna watch a YouTube video and just hang out with Coco down here for a little bit before we go to bed. We've just been hanging out. It's a little after 10 now, and I think I'm just gonna get into bed and read my book for a few more minutes until I fall asleep. I just checked our battery. I've probably run the Starlink for like 24 hours since I've been at this campsite because I worked from it all day yesterday and all day today, and I also don't have phone service here, so I've kept it on all the way till 10 p.m. and it's still on right now. Battery is at a little bit above 50%. I am driving 6 hours tomorrow, so I'm not worried about it getting recharged, but that's pretty good because I also haven't turned the fan off at all. We also have a second fan, our fridge, I've charged my phone, my laptop, so the battery really keeps up with us using it, which is awesome. So good night, and I'll see you tomorrow when I drive to Arkansas. It's a beautiful morning here, and Coco only woke me up once last night, so I definitely slept a little bit better. It's 8 a.m. now, and I think we're just gonna go on a little walk, and then I'm gonna pack up all of our stuff, and then we're just gonna head out. I have to refill our propane tanks, and I think I'm gonna stop at a Tractor Supply company to do that. And I think I'm gonna stop at a Starbucks parking lot to try to use the Wi-Fi there for a little bit. But other than that, we're just headed towards Arkansas Hot Spring National Park. Now I'm at the Elk and Bison Prairie, and you can pay at the gate up there. So I think I'm gonna pay. It says it's $5, and hopefully I get to see some animals. I haven't seen anything yet, but Coco usually barks at other animals, so I bet that she'll let me know if she sees something. There's a bison just sitting on the ground right there, and it's the first one that I've seen. He's looking at me too. I'm nearing the end of the road and I'm happy that I saw the one bison. I definitely wish that I saw more and maybe that I saw an elk too, but I'm glad I saw something, and the prairie area, the grassland area here is really pretty as well. So it was a nice drive, and they did recommend coming earlier than this or later than this. So I'm definitely lucky that I saw something, because I bet when it gets like hotter during the daytime hours, I bet that the animals all go and find shadier spots, but it is a little cooler this morning, I feel like. My site is actually this one right here, 42. We're right near this little creek, which is pretty cool. I haven't really driven into the campground yet, but I think Coco and I are gonna walk around. But it does seem like it's all RVs. I don't even know if I see any tents, or I don't see any tents from here. You can fill up your water jugs with like spring water, which is really cool. Maybe I'll have to come back over here with my cup later. It says this is Bathhouse Row. It looks like you can go in these buildings during the day. I wanted to come here tonight so I could walk around when it wasn't super hot, because I think it's a high of 87 tomorrow, but I'll have to come back again tomorrow. There's like a handful of fountains around the downtown area, and you can kind of see like the steam rising from them, and it's all hot spring water, which is really cool. I think you can go in all of these different bathhouses during the day when they're open, but only 2 of them you can actually like pay to go in hot springs at. Tonight for dinner, I'm having some chicken, salad, and leftover orzo from last night. Coco thinks it looks good. She already had her dinner though. I really like going to like dispersed camping sites or not as established of campsites as I've been staying at. Like since Josh has been gone and I've just been traveling by myself, I definitely feel a greater sense of security staying at an established site. And like that could totally just be in my head, but it's definitely there. I'm thankful for that also because Coco's been waking up in the night a lot. And I feel like if I was already kind of nervous to be somewhere and I had to get up like twice in the middle of the night to go outside with her, that would probably be making me like kind of like anxious. So I'm definitely glad that I've been staying at more campsites, even though they're more expensive and like not necessarily as much of like the daytime vibe I'm looking for. They definitely do make me feel more secure at night. So I feel like it's a trade-off I'm willing to have. I'm taking Coco out again before we head to bed, and it's been pouring and thundering, and the creek over here is moving so quickly, and the water levels have definitely risen.